This is an It Came From GenX video.
Danced around this subject a few times over the last couple of months and never actually got a chance to bring it up. So we're going to talk about it tonight. And it is the Brittney Griner subject. And I got to say, this guy's off the rip. I am glad that we did not bring it up in the past because I was not ready to. Because I would have said things without enough information to make a thorough and honest opinion or make qualified statements. I would have said something, in my opinion, it would have been stupid and short-sighted. And now that I have gotten a lot more information about the subject, I am certainly ready to talk about it. So, as we know,
you've had time to think of something stupid and basically, right?
Yeah, I got something dumber to say. I made a list. Yes. Woo! This is some of my best. Some of my best dumb stuff right here, man.
All right, we're ready.
No, but anyway, we know WNBA star Brittney Griner is over languishing in a Russian prison. Last week, she was sentenced to 9 years, and the original report, Brittney Griner busted with marijuana in Russia, and that was the information I don't want to say paid attention to. That was it. And my immediate response was, all the things a lot of people say, moron, what are you doing over there? And why if you're over there, why you got drugs? That's just stupid. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm just a kind of a no-nonsense person. I don't like stupid stuff. Being in Russia with drugs is just stupid, in my opinion. But I did get some more facts today to get an understanding of what's going on. Make no mistake about it, Brittney Griner is a political pawn right now.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, she's being used by Russia to antagonize the United States. Now, my first question is, why are you over in Russia? This is what I didn't know. Brittney has been playing basketball in Russia for the last 9 years. She is a Russian basketball hero in the basketball world over there. This is no big deal, her being there. She's played there year after year after year for almost a decade. Marijuana is also a broad term that was used. It was not broad term of marijuana. It was cannabis oil used for a vape. So that kind of puts a little bit of perspective on the deal. So with the U.S. and, giving its opinion with Russia about invading Ukraine, this all kind of happened at the same time. I don't think there would have been such severity if the Ukraine thing hasn't been going on. Our relationship hasn't been this strained since the Cold War, and right now they're talking about a possible prisoner exchange. For Brittney Griner. Now, here's where people got a lot of problems with Brittney. Not about being in Russia. Obviously, she was playing basketball. It's not about the whole marijuana thing. It was cannabis oil. But it was about the fact that Brittney Griner was one of those athletes that refused to go out for the national anthem. She made a big stink about that. She made some remarks that people didn't like. And now she wants her country, quote unquote, to release a terrorist, if you will, a murderer.
Arms dealer or something.
Arms dealer, right. On her behalf to bring her home. So my question is this. Is it right to say, screw you, you didn't want to come out for the national anthem, you didn't care about America before, blah, 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 blah. Or do we take care of our own, deal with her here in America, and hey, mom, pop, apple pie, USA first? What's your thoughts on that, Fish?
Yeah, it's a tough one, and I would Yeah, at the end of the day, you got to try to take care of your own. And it's
Mhm.
I think we're working on her and another reporter or somebody who is held over there as well. So we're trying to work through an exchange for two prisoners that we believe are wrongfully held. And you're right, you're 100% correct. And I mean, 9 years for like an ounce of cannabis. I mean, that
Yeah,
is
that's
crazy.
crazy.
And you can have all the arguments of, man, when you're packing, you got to be so freaking careful and thorough that if you get caught, blah 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 blah. But it's
Yeah,
unfortunate. But
and like she
go
didn't
ahead.
know. She knew better. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So, but at the end of the day, you could argue that if you don't want to go off with the national anthem, that is a right that you have in this country, and that should not be a reason to let someone languish in a foreign country jail for 9 years as some type of form of punishment and some type of a representative for people who choose not to go out and recognize the national anthem. I don't particularly
Right.
care for that myself personally, but that's just you can't let someone rot in jail in Russia for that. So it's all unfortunate. It's all too bad. I mean, and when you throw in the other reporter though, the journalist, I mean that makes things more reasonable for me too. That to do some type of exchange.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you also hope this guy that we exchange doesn't wind up killing people. With arms dealing and what happens from all that stuff here. But like I said, at the end of the day, take care of your own, and that's it.
Excellent. All right. Thank you. Skinbone, what you think, brother?
I tend to agree with Fish. We need to take care of our own first. Some would say, well, does she deserve to be treated as an American based on what she did before she left the United States to go play basketball in Russia? That's an argument for another time, whether you agree or disagree.
Mhm.
My problem is them using her as a political
Right.
pawn,
Right.
for lack of a better phrase. Did you guys know there's a teacher by the name of Mark Fogel? He's a 60-year-old English teacher. He was arrested in the airport in Moscow back in 2021 for carrying a half an ounce of medical
Right. Yes,
marijuana.
I saw that story.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He was sentenced to 14 years in prison
Wow.
for half an ounce of cannabis oil. So my first question is why are we saying Brittney Griner can come home, but this teacher can't?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's a
Now,
very good question.
I'm all for all of them coming home. They should,
Right.
they should be able to come home and take care of the punishment where, but there again, when those people left the United States, they have to know what Russia's laws are prior to taking off.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yep.
because an ounce of cannabis oil is legal in the United States doesn't mean you go up to Canada and it's the same type of law in Canada. Now, obviously, Russia, you pick a country,
Right.
wherever you're traveling to, you have to know what those laws are. And if you break those laws, you got to fit the punishment, I guess, is at the end of the day.
Okay. Fair
So,
enough. Well, here's the thing. If you are stupid enough to do anything that could cost you your freedom outside of your home country, I don't know what to tell you. I
I
don't know what to
agree.
tell you. You cannot leave home and put yourself and your family in jeopardy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, the question about should she be treated like an American because of her national anthem? Saying absolutely, because Brittney Griner not standing for the national anthem was being an American as part of having a right to choose, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it, but that's part of being in America. She was exercising her right to be an American.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel this way. I think the chance for education is always better than taking the chance to scold. What I mean by that is, should she come home? Should America go to bat for her? Should they make this exchange? Then I think maybe Brittney Griner might sit back and think, you know what? I live in the greatest country in the world. and I'm going to stand for the national anthem. Whatever else is going on that I want to protest, I'm going to protest that directly. But I'm going to appreciate the country that I live in, and I'm going to stand for the national anthem. I'd like to see that than rather say, oh, you're not American anymore, or something stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? And anybody says she shouldn't be treated like an American, shame on you. But, man, look, you come on, man. You got too much to lose. You know, you got to be aware of the climate that's going on. You should have known about the relationship with Russia and America, the possible war coming up, all these different things that, you know, I think maybe your little millionaire privileged self didn't care about, and you got caught. So I think a formal statement to this country that you've badmouthed is in order as well. And I'd like to see her get it, you know, have a little bit of a change of heart about America. I get some of the things people are protesting because I'm with you 100% man. We got some police issues in this country. We got some race issues in this country. We got all kind of issues in this country, and I'm all for that. But I think maybe she'll have a little change of heart and realize, wow, this ain't like being in the court systems in America, man. This is something completely different, and I'm sure she'll have a heck of a story to tell. So,
but the question is will she have that whole pie or be hit with that humility stick?
Yeah, that's the whole question, right? That's the whole question. Who knows?
I bet she will, because she's, you know, that you read report. I mean, you're faced. You imagine being in that position where you 9 years of your life in a Russian prison. You'd have to be terrifying and everything else. So
right,
yeah. So I bet there's a change of heart there in many respects.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think of all the things she's going through, drying out from the drugs, you know, all that stuff. You know, it's a lot going on with her right now. So I hope she gets to come home. I hope she's learned a lesson. I hope she gets her act together. And I'm just glad I got more on the story before I just totally judged her and threw her away. She belongs here, and we don't just throw away our people for protesting. So, all right.
One of the things they're negotiating with her, by the way, if she comes over here to kind of serve out some time, will be, I read this somewhere, but she'll be forced to sit down in a room and listen to 70 plus episodes of It Came from GenX.
No.
Yep.
No. That's called capital punishment. We don't do that to people anymore.
Yep. She's like, after like 10 episodes, you know, that Russian prison wasn't all that
bad. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Maybe I need to rethink this a little bit.
Are there any flights going out? Oh, good, man. I hear that Porter guy one more time. Okay.
Hey, this is Skinner from It Came from GenX. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and like, and we'll see you next time.